long, and they were published now, right? So now their profit, I think, is very and it makes you cry. I guess I'll stay here.
Okay.
Highly recommend you reading.
Here's mine. You can see if you can get what you have
Jeff.
My name is Roberta. I am a Christian. I am a straight ally. And I'm a person living with major mental illness. And not long ago in this country, I would be put in prison for that. And in some parts of the world that still happens. And I will always stand for anyone who might be treated wrongly on the basis of something that they have no control over. We are born to be who we are, and we are born to love one another.
Hello, everybody. During this thing, I keep hearing stuff about religion, but it's really not, it should not be a matter of religion. All it does, it seems that these interpretations are dividing people on an issue that's more about human rights than anything else. As a straight guy, I believe that it's totally fine for anybody of consenting age to be with each other. Thank you.
My name is Philip Helton. I'm also here to just understand where the speaker is coming from his perspective. And I'm also a Christian. And while I believe that biblically gay marriage is wrong, I believe that in America we have, the liberty for, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And really, only God can judge somebody. So I love gay people. I don't judge them, but I do have to stand with the Bible, and the Bible biblically does say that gay marriage is wrong.
I just want to say that I'm glad the speaker is late, because I've never been in an area full of so much love and support. And it's heartwarming and endearing to know that there are so many allies and supporters, and I love all of you for being here today to see this. It means a lot to me personally, and I'm sure it means a lot to other people. Thank you.
I'm here sort of out of, first I want to say though, that I agree with probably 90% of what I heard today. I agree that we don't judge people. I think we can judge actions. We have to make judgments about actions because we have to decide what actions we're going to perform ourselves and which ones we're not going to perform. But we don't judge people. And I think that's an important distinction that we often fail to make. But I'm here sort of out of self-defense, in a sense, because as I look around, I see that there are many attacks against freedom of religion and freedom of conscience going on in this country. I could name a number of them. We have Catholic adoption agencies that have been forced to close their doors after 100 years of doing good work because they will not place a child with a gay couple against their conscience and against their religious beliefs that they have held for hundreds of years. There have been many photographers, bakers, other people associated with the wedding industry that are being forced out of the opportunity to earn a living. They're being forced out of their jobs because they don't want to cooperate with something they don't agree with.
Where they certainly don't deserve to be aired in the media. And with respect to this issue, I think there are many on the left who say there's only one legitimate viewpoint on this issue. And I don't believe that's true tolerance. And I think there's a rise, sort of a pushback now, of people saying, no, our views. Well, I suppose this is the walkout. Well, this is what I say, not even willing to hear the other side. And I think this is your message is heavy garbage that night. So, now this is a shame, but Well, those of you who remained are exhibiting true talents. Wait a minute. I mean, this is the left in action. I'm sorry. You know, tolerance for me, but not for you. Don't even want to hear a viewpoint, but that's their right. And I just think it's immature.
I came out today because I really wanted to show my support for the love of all humans and the need for equal rights in this country and for no one to have their rights suppressed. And I'm proud of everyone who showed up today. I'm proud of the testimonials that everyone gave, and I think that it was a great turnout.
There's just so many people online who are gay and who only get to say stuff online. It was nice to see people just say what they want in person, and that was very refreshing. What about you?
I think the fact that the TVC ended up giving people a platform to support equality is the best victory we could have hoped for. So, yeah.
Anymore, and I got up, and then everybody else followed after. That was the idea of the silent majority. And everybody, and there must have been 120 people who left. There's 20 people sitting there right now, and some of them are still talking a reasonable, the reasonable side. So I don't know how many.
That's okay, people get to do what they want to do.
They want to do.
But the beauty is that there was this huge outpouring of support
and everybody
for
felt
our students.
safe. And students heard themselves speak in a microphone about who they love, and that is so empowering.
And I believe that I have the rights to love whoever I love.
I understand that he has a right, to express his beliefs and values, but I just disagree with that the way he's presenting his argument, and saying that, that everyone, is gay because of, they were molested as young. I mean, that's not true. That absolutely cannot be true.
I'm frustrated because I feel like he was just stating false information, and if you have an opinion, you have actual information to back that up, that's fine. But if it's wrong, don't tell people it, have actual proof. Don't just spat off whatever comes to mind.
So it was kind of funny when everyone left and he got very frustrated. I mean, I felt bad for him, but at the same time, it's just, when he continued on with his speaking, it became apparent that it's just, he didn't really care about, the other side.
I would like people to know that our side kind of is loving, and we respect everybody, and we want to have a calm, rational discussion. And the other thing is, I think a lot of people left, unfortunately. The other side, we did allow a time for them to express, anybody to express their viewpoint, which I was really glad for. I mean, I really liked that, and I wish we had thought to do that kind of on our own, even more. I think this was wonderful, but unfortunately, they didn't stay and listen to the other side, which just speaks for itself to me. I mean, the behavior speaks for itself. Who really was tolerant, who listened to the other side. Everybody has to look at the facts and look at the evidence, and you decide for yourself who was closed-minded, who was open-minded.
Well, I tried to bring out that people, and especially young people, are done a disservice because there's lots of information that is not does not get fair treatment in the media. For example, I brought up ex-gays, people who've left the gay lifestyle. I met a woman here who was having lesbian feelings, and she overcame those. There are many, many people who live happy lives who left homosexuality behind. Former lesbians, like the wife of the New York City mayor, Shirlane McRae. Lots of people like that, and they're rarely given fair treatment by the media. A lot of times the media will put them on really kind of to tear them down, or they'll put them in context of a big debate and all this acrimony. They don't do that to the other side. The other side, there's often celebratory coverage of homosexuals and bisexuals and transgenders, but ex-gays somehow, they don't get that kind of sympathetic coverage. And I think it's a fascinating story, and I wish media would cover it, including Fox News, which really hardly covers it as well. We also talked about, I said that I don't believe homosexuality defines a person. I said homosexuality is about what you do, not who you are. The word gay tends to connote that suggests that the person that's who the person is, and we hear that expressing it's who you are. But obviously, people have walked away from homosexual behavior. It is changeable, unlike skin color. So it's not fair to make the analogy with racial civil rights based on skin color or ethnicity, because you can walk away from homosexual behavior. We also talked about the battle between rights. There's a growing, an increasingly controversial sort of cultural battle between Christians and people of faith, or even people of no faith who disagree with homosexuality, and yet and gay activists. And I pointed out that there are some gay activists who stand up for people's right to disagree with homosexuality. So it's not like all gays want to crush Christian freedoms, but I think radical gay activists like Wayne Besson, who's with a group called Truth Wins Out, kind of a vicious homosexual activists, and others on the more radical side are basically saying that gay rights trumps religious freedom. I commend this group for having this event. I commend the people who stuck around, including people who totally disagree with me, but they were intellectually honest enough and curious enough to come by. And as for the professors, I mean, hey, come by, invite me to your class, and then you can attack me everything I say, but don't take the coward's way out of walking out of a presentation where there were plenty of opposition voices heard, people asking questions, some hostile questions. There was plenty of a divergence of viewpoints. But even if I was the only one speaking, I think the students, you got to trust the students' intellect enough to let them hear the other side.